Oh my God. Oh my God. What a day. I couldn't even hardly sleep last night. It's too much going on. I can't take it, guys. I can't take it. You guys come in, hit the thumbs up so we can talk about everything immediately. Okay. Y'all, I cannot. I cannot. It's too much going on right now. Um, I just got okay, what is this? Corporation business search. Okay. Okay, I just saw something else. I just got another alert that's something else that I've been, I've got my alerts set on those dockets. Girl, on the streets they say I watch the docket like a hawk, and I do because I'm in the clouds. I'm in the clouds. Can this be a call-in? Of course. Of course. We got to keep it. I don't know who's going to be my official timekeeper, but y'all, we got to keep everybody to a like let's say 3 to 5 minutes. I want you guys to get your word out, but I don't want you to, like I don't want it to, you know what I'm saying? It's we got to keep it cute and demure, okay? We got to keep it very cutesy, very demure, very acknowledging somebody else might want to come up. So we have to put up like a clock. So I want everyone, there's one of my birthday girls, my Virgos in the house. Come on now. It's Virgo season. Okay. We gonna put up some clocks. Okay. I don't know. 504 might be earning her quaint, her good quaints. Okay. So all of you guys watch your clocks, watch your watches, your phones. And if someone calls in, then we're gonna just put some clocks in the I think there's a clock emoji, and just put some clock emojis and we'll be good. And that's gonna be a help. Or red flag. If they going, if it's getting long-winded, all due respect, we love you. We just gonna put up some red flags, okay? I feel like that's level one. Level one is a clock, level two is a red flag, and level three is gonna just be it's gonna be on some. Okay. So yes, it can be a call in. All jokes aside, it's Friday. Your girl is giddy. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. It's too much going on. I'm constantly searching a docket, looking for a record, all of the things. I was over there at Simone's, okay? I was over at Simone's listening to her live. Grown women don't try me. Grown woman, don't try me. Bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Ma'am, are you talking to me? Don't try me. Do not. Okay. Yes, I love your screen name and avatar. It's giving very much. Can I help you? Okay. Life Unleashed. Hello. Who got here? One, two, three first. Okay. What's going on? A lot. I can't even, it's like giving me anxiety because I can't talk about everything. Ms. Barry, what's going on? Get your life. Real crime stories. Welcome, 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 welcome. Summer Breeze, how you doing, sis? Tony, hey boo Tony. Hi, Miss HLS. Girl, bitches is mad all 2024. Can we say that bitches is mad? Okay. Who got here? One, two, three first. Well, Ms. Berry, Get Your Life, and Summer Breeze. Okay. Bougie Gang, welcome. I hope you had a nice lunch or you're having your lunch. I had a everything bagel. It had to be a do-over because I burnt my first one because the dogs were driving me crazy. I was trying to listen to Simone. I was trying to do some record searching. I put in a request for Mr. Gold's new booking photo because I just was like, can I want the new booking photo, okay? Because why not? If you listen to Simone dropped the T. I know that Pam is going to have some news for us too, I believe, but Simone did drop some TT and basically told like the whole story. She hasn't dropped her video yet. Mims also Make It Make Sense was in the house with Simone from Girl Is That Legal? And he's going live soon to tell his, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone sees different things. So Simone um dropped the T. His baby mother called in. I don't know if Christian knows he has child support court on the 16th, but when I looked on the Cobb County docket, it looks like he's got a child support court hearing. But the baby mom didn't seem to know. But I was just like, and I guess one of his son, because he's got a son and a daughter with that lady, one of the kids that was born, the kid that was born in 21, and then the other one was born in 22, um, is I guess fixing to be 3. Okay. And then the other one will be, you know, 2. But all of the tea, you got to go to Simone's channel and just check out the interview. It's a lot of information. If you're not up on the TT, we'll talk about it later. Maybe I'll just try to summarize everything that she dropped. But sis was in court and so was Mims, and they got all the tea. She also videoed. It sounds like it's going to be like a really good video. So I went over to YSL after I finished that to see, did they get to the business that we want to hear about? Okay. Girl, he's got toddlers, boo boo, and he's delinquent. He's listed as abandonment. I've got some documents, girl. I got some documents. I got the child support original complaint. And I have some stuff. I downloaded some stuff today. I don't know if it's been heard on the YouTube streets because I know Simone has been deep diving for a minute on this. I don't know what you guys have heard and what you haven't heard, but I pulled some things that were kind of news to me today. I mean, I knew he had 3 kids, but I hadn't spent 1 minute looking into what was very easy to find. So I pulled some of that and we'll talk about that. If we don't talk about that in this live, we'll talk about it in the next one because it's a lot going on. Anyway, y'all, the YouTube streets, baby, YouTube streets came to the legal streets of Fulton County once again. I'm just going to say it on the record. Fulton County does not disappoint. And I'm talking about a little bit. Um, Not even just a little bit. Fulton County does not disappoint. Okay. How about just Atlanta proper, Metro Atlanta. I don't know, but y'all got if you are from the area, y'all got so much going on. It's a whole beat. It is a whole beat. It gives so much. Girl, not to mention Joseph Greer, the hijacker was in court today. Was supposed to be. I don't know if he made it to court or not, but I pulled the whole indictment. The man who kidnapped basically a whole entire bus of workers, people who were getting off work, all of the things. There was a homicide, rest in peace, Mr. Ernest Bird. Um, and there was someone from Fonnie Willis's office on the bus. I mean, it's a hot mess, but the indictment, I had not even looked at it. And I downloaded that today. The indictment's posted, pulled that down. So we'll talk about that at some point. I don't know if we're going to do that like today, but it's definitely an interesting case and all of the things. Let's get into it because I think this is the channel Woke Christians. And I'm probably saying it wrong right now. So let me just let it speak for itself. But is it Hey Woke Christians? He covers YSL to a certain degree. I think he gives commentary, put it that way. Fulton County, as the rest of Georgia saying, we don't girl, that's how can I tell you in North Carolina, that's how they treat us in Charlotte. It's like some little hateration jealousy about Charlotte because Charlotte is not the capital. Okay. If you live in North Carolina, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone doesn't hate Charlotte, but it is a little bit of hateration because we have most of the teams. We get most of the shine. We are the biggest city. We are not the capital. And there is a little Mecklenburg County hate. Okay. But it's okay because to whom much is given, much is required. So we don't mind. I love being from Mecklenburg County. I would not live anywhere else in North Carolina. No offense, but North Carolina is a beautiful place, but Mecklenburg County is my choice. Um, but yes, I can feel I lived in Concord once upon a time. I lived where was I lived right off 29. I wasn't far from the old it's not a I lived right over there where Power 98 used to be. If you are old school, you know where Power 98 used to be over there by Punchy Whitaker's tire and rim shop. I lived like 2 blocks behind that when I was very young and I was renting a duplex out there. But yes, I lived over there maybe like about a 20-minute walk from Barber Scotia College in HBCU that resides in our little area. North Carolina in the building. Yes, Queen City representing. Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. Um, Sylvia, Miss Sylvia, let's see what's going on here in the courtroom. Okay, can we get into it? Let's get into it, guys.
Maybe do that offline. I don't know if y'all have any dog in the Rule 22 or not, but hmm? I don't know. Is there a Jason Whitaker here? He was one of the people that, if
Is
not,
there
then we
a
won't bother with that
is there a good government name in the house at the
part of it.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things. If you're gonna come up on these social media, if you're gonna come up and step up as media, you're gonna have to be ready to give up that good government. Okay. You're gonna have to be ready to give up that good government name event because the bigger that you get, the less not to say it's a conceal like you're trying to conceal anything because I think we all start out kind of anonymous to a certain degree. Everyone's not giving out like their name, address, and phone number and stuff like that, but when you especially covering legal cases, the news, things like that, and you want to get FOIAs, you want to reach out to people, you can't, you know what I'm saying? So they're calling a particular person who I think they're going to identify their YouTube channel on here. And then next up is that problematic blogger from the YouTube streets that has been called to answer some questions.
If he can't
Okay.
show up for it, then. Okay. They're what? Okay.
Show me some love and
Well, they
hit
can
the
come in
like.
here
Absolutely. Thank you.
beforehand. Are you Jason Whitaker? All right. Hello. How are you? Come on up to the podium. So I know you have just very recently filed a Rule 22, and I think we were going to have a hearing on Monday, but you maybe didn't get notice, so we had to move it to another day, because obviously you need notice in order to be here for
I
it.
was actually sitting right back there when
Oh.
your assistant called me. I was sitting there.
Okay, well, anyway, we tried to reach
But you probably couldn't answer the phone because you're not allowed to have your phone on in the courtroom. Is that it? Yes. 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 Yes.
you, and that's why it wasn't earlier, is
I
because
will
we
let
thought that you didn't have notice, so sorry. Maybe, I thought I even asked out loud, but anyway.
It's perfect.
Here we are now.
We're here.
And I know that you want to film in some way. Here's the thing, is that we have already got a whole lot of people.
I'm gonna start to adopt, guys. This is something new. Okay. You know how like at the end of the day, I'm gonna start to adopt, since Judge Whitaker has a particular aesthetic that I find somewhat amusing. Here's the thing. When I'm gonna just adopt it, period. Here's the thing. Because I hear when she says that, that's her soft close on a no. Here's the thing. I love how she really just kind of tootsie slides into a no, because I haven't seen this yet, but I think it's a no, because she said, here's the thing. Okay. And your girl's very observant.
Filming, and I'm going to have Sylvia Parks in just a minute. I don't know if she's here right now. What I am going to propose is essentially the same thing that I proposed with regard to Miss Bumpus, is that you all kind of be pooled media,
Okay.
because we just already have so much going on.
Not a
So
problem.
that work for you?
Can I express what I was seeking to do?
Sure.
I actually didn't want to. Well, first of all, my name is Jason Whitaker.
Hello.
I'm a member of the community. I'm a Morehouse graduate and actually a former classroom teacher at Cleveland Avenue Elementary School, one of the schools they've been talking about. I do a podcast, and we've been live streaming and discussing this case. And I did not want to actually record anything. I wanted to just be able to, if possible, because I had the Rule 22, be able to use my phone and just update on things that have happened in court. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. No filming, no picture taking, just being able to keep up with the community that's watching this. Actually, I stream it from home, so they're watching it out from my house, and they just be able to say, hey, this is what happened. Or if the audio goes out, say, hey, this is what you might not have heard, or anything.
So he wants to live text from the courtroom, if that's what I'm understanding. I don't know if that is necessarily allowed. Maybe, I don't know, because we do get live developments sometimes. And as this is streaming, people can be live texting, but I don't know if you're at work. I guess, I don't know. Maybe he's a court watcher too. Yeah, girl, I'm confused. Now, you know me, I don't even like to use confused, but I'm confused, sir. Just step out the courtroom. Once you step out, do your text and then come back, or take notes, get your computer and just be typing. Do live, you know what I mean? Record your notes in your notes section in your computer and just be ready to drop your tweets when they take enough damn breaks. I don't know what that's a waste of I'm going to be, look, no offense. I don't know this man. So no tea, no shade. I just don't know if that's the proper use of a Rule 22. So maybe he's saying that to like, it's okay. I don't know that that's a proper use of a Rule 22 is because you want to bring recording cameras, video cameras, take audio, video stills, of the proceeding. Live texting, I don't think you need a Rule 22 unless there is some sort of moratorium against live updates in the courtroom. There's some judges that don't want live updates going on. The media live text all the time on cases. Absolutely. On Twitter. Absolutely, they do. I don't know that you need a Rule 22 for that. You know what I mean? But considering the fact that they've said no phones, maybe if he is acknowledged as a media person with a non-Rule 22, maybe they'll say, well, you can have your phone out, but maybe you just have your computer. I don't know. Let's see what they come up with. Great conversation here.
Of that nature.
We
So
don't
it's
say
not,
anything exciting when the audio goes
no,
out.
nothing exciting happens when
No,
the
I
audio
know.
is out. So that's actually it. Judge
Okay,
Whitaker.
well then you'll sit in the media row?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because they're kind of different rules.
So he wanted permission to sit in the media room to have media access, but he's not going to be filming, recording, or taking photography. He's not going to be doing photography or anything like that. He just wants access to be able to his format is live texting. Okay.
Rules for the media phones
I will,
and
I
other
will
people's
follow all the
phones.
rules that are
Okay.
given to me.
That's fine.
Yes,
You
sir.
may do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I need to give you back this to get it signed, or does the deputy just need to know?
We do it all electronically, so I'll just sit. But my understanding then is that you just want to be able to use your phone to
And my laptop, just
post
just
essentially, but not to record in any way.
nothing's recorded,
Okay.
nothing's pictured.
All right, we'll get one filed that gives you that permission.
I appreciate it. Thank you
All
so
right,
much, young lady.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Way to state your case. I am not mad at if I had some hand claps. Way to state your case. Because when she said, well, here's the thing, she was getting ready to run that straight to a no, but he really did. To use the words of Woody, he did finesse that, and he was able to get in his point to really explain his style and what his. So yes, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give Sir a round of applause. Sir got his way with Judge Whitaker, which is pretty major, and did it in a professional way, very professional, and way to represent. Okay, nothing, no harm, no
Okay,
foul there.
Miss, is it Parks? Will that work or
Girl,
just Miss
here we
Stephanie? Come
go,
on up.
baby.
All right, so I know that you have been live streaming pretty much this entire trial, and I'm sure probably the pretrial proceedings as well. And it came to both the court's attention and defense counsel's attention recently that you had been on your, what do you call those things that you do? It's not a podcast, or is it? Do you still call it that?
It is a podcast,
Okay.
but it's
A video podcast.
Video
Okay.
podcast.
Anyway, we'll call it a podcast. That you had been, and I know that you say in your letter that you didn't reveal any personal identifying information. And I think that you did not reveal enough to actually identify any of the jurors, but you were referring to where different people sat and their race and gender. And that is personally identifying information. And then you were giving them derogatory names. And you say in the letter that you provided to me this morning that you have always operated with great integrity, that the content you share represents factual reporting, and that you do your reporting with the, and these are all quotes from your letter, the utmost respect and integrity for all involved. Do you believe that any of those three statements that you made to me this morning is actually true about the names you were given those jurors?
I just want to give you the names or movies that I like.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stop right there. Trini is a name of a movie that you like. Trini. What was the word person? Twist, because all she does is twist. Trini, twist, SpongeBob. What if the lady who twists a lot has some sort of nervous disorder? What if she is, you know what I'm saying? What if she's got, we don't know why she twists a lot. She might have to go pee pee. We don't really know. Like you identifying people's particulars in a negative way in this type of setting is what the deputy stated, in my opinion, childish. Okay. Girl, I cannot wait to hear what Judge Whitaker says when she says, well, here's the thing. Okay. That I love. This is something I love about Judge Whitaker. Well, here's the thing. Okay. When she's getting ready to, here's the thing.
And SpongeBob is my daughter's favorite cartoon.
Do you think that those showed respect and integrity to the jurors?
Well, I didn't think it were bad names at all. Glasses, nose. No, I didn't think it was bad names.
Hey, Miss Love, does she happen to be on your witness list? Because she sounds an awful like someone who's testifying on for the prosecution in YSL. Like it's giving witness list from the YSL prosecutors list. Because the fact that you can't answer a question to Judge Whitaker when she's about to give you her infamous version of, now here's the thing. Okay.
I showed you all the names.
The utmost respect and integrity?
I think it's depend on the individual. Well, to me, I felt it was utmost respect.
Well, I do not feel that. That seems like the kind of thing that a kind of mean person does on the playground in grade school.
You think so?
Ooh, oops. Ooh, oops. How about, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I apologize. I didn't mean for it to come off like that. But let's see how this goes. Let's see if this goes how it should, because ma'am is not acknowledging that you're getting called to the front of the class, and this is embarrassing for you, juicy for us. Okay, she's bringing you back to grade school, ma'am. Okay.
I do. I don't think that shows the least bit of respect or integrity to the jurors or to the court system. So if you are going to, and let me ask you this, you talked in your letter about being media and freedom of the press. Do you consider yourself to be press and media and journalism?
I consider myself being a content creator. I create content for the community and give information. As far as
that was a very good question, Judge, because Rule 22s are for the media. If you are here to create content, if you're here, girl, I think I think she just Tootsie slided out of a job. Are you media or are you a content creator? Okay. You got to pick a side, hun. This is serious. You're not at the mall filming Black Friday. You're not filming the opening of the new Metroplex. This is a murder trial. This is serious. This is serious. I love how she asked her, do you consider yourself media? And she says, I consider myself a content creator. Interesting. Let's continue. Ooh. Wait a second. Someone said removal in 5-4. Do we know? Girl, no spoiler alerts, because I don't know. I came to watch it with my friends. I came to watch it with Bougie Gang. So I have no idea what's getting ready to happen. So if anybody knows, no spoilers, okay? Because this doesn't last very long. I love how Miss Love minds all of her business. She's always so busy. Okay. Hold on. Let's see.
journalism, I didn't go to school. I've taken
Well, and I
some
mean, you don't
classes
have
and
to,
things like
but-
that. But I mean, the information I believe is very vital for the community.
I don't disagree. I mean, this is court. It's one of the most important things we do in our country. But you say my role is to deliver news and information. So, I mean, do you, to that extent, and you say you want to represent factual reporting. So do you, to that extent, consider yourself to be media, even if it's non-traditional media?
Yeah, I would think I would, because I've
So there's Judge Whitaker. I like Judge Whitaker because she's a little bit stern. I don't like Judge Whitaker. I feel spoon feeds answers to people because me, if Judge RealTalk Bougie was on the bench, baby, the first answer would have been the answer. Okay, well, I'm rescinding your Rule 22 as of right now. Rule 22s are reserved for media reporting. And if you are here on some content creator, you are welcome to join us in the gallery. Seating available. One seating is available. Welcome, 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 everyone coming in. V. Lenore, Boo Boo, I see you, hun. But no, that's the thing that we see Judge Whitaker do all the time. She kind of gives a little prickly remark and then she quickly kind of helps people out the hole. And that could just be the mother in her. I don't know if she's a mom or not. But it's just kind of like, well, damn. So she just gave her a second chance to opt in as media. Therefore, let's see how this turns out. I'm kind of, girl, me, Judge Bougie Gang, girl, Judge RealTalk Bougie Gang. Okay, thank you. Rule 22 is revoked. Thank you.
I've taken courses of like etiquette and things like that.
Girl, she's in here talking about taking etiquette courses, and look how you're standing. You're not You want to talk about etiquette courses and you're not standing at attention. You're talking to a judge, you're at the podium, slumped over. Oh, okay.
But as far as
Okay.
and the other thing too with my channel, it's more like some sort of like easy going, friendly type of thing where people don't feel like it's just.
She already said you're non-traditional media. This is the sad part about people who, when the rubber meets the road, as far as your ability to attain a higher level, she's not able to even articulate an answer to match the questioning. The judge basically asked her a question. She answered it. You have the win on the question. She doesn't even know how to stop. And she doesn't even realize, yes, you've answered the question. Stop at this moment because you're getting ready to take it left again, right? She's kind of reached her ceiling in terms of the surroundings and the intellect that is actually going on around her. That's why she doesn't see that. All jokes aside, there's nothing wrong with having a good time on the YouTube streets, but there's a certain time and a place where this is some serious business and people's lives are at stake. Someone is dead. This is a murder trial. It's not time to be fooling around and making people feel uncomfortable or being noticed in a negative way when you're not even on the main stage. You're off to the side. You should not be seen, not be heard. Okay? All right, let's finish this up. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. We'll watch it again all the way through.
I'd love for you to keep it friendly.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay. And I will never use the names anymore if it offend anybody, because that was never my intention to offend anyone.
Okay.
I was just using names of movies that I like, Twister, SpongeBob,
Right. Well,
and Ghost, things like that.
I mean, I realize that if you're trying to create content that fills, the entirety of every day, that sometimes you probably have to reach out somewhere to whatever pops in your mind at the time. But I would ask that before you do that, that you actually do keep in mind that this is a court proceeding. And I know a whole lot of people seem to be watching this as entertainment, but this is not entertainment for any of the people involved here.
It's real
This is
life.
very serious, and it does a disservice, I think, to everybody
Mhm.
when the coverage is flippant in the way that I think that was, okay?
Mhm.
And I know you've got every right to do that if you want to. I would just prefer that you not.
I won't.
And I am gonna give you this, it's a code of ethics that the Society of Professional Journalists follows as a guideline.
Okay.
And I mean, you're not required to abide by it. It's not the law, but it might be helpful for you to take a look at it
I
and
definitely
just,
will.
use it as a guideline.
I definitely will.
Okay,
I
so
definitely
if
will.
you can do
How about thank you, Your Honor? I appreciate that very much. And just be quiet because you're talking over. And if one of the attorneys talked over her like that, it would be a reprimand. Like, have you not gleaned anything from sitting in the gallery all this time?
that for me and try to be respectful and treat this with integrity, then you may come back in and continue to live stream.
Definitely.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank
I'm
you, Your
gonna
Honor.
hand this up to you.
Okay.
So it's documented. So the judge of a RICO murder trial had to give a social media content creator, not media. I consider myself media. At the end of the day, whether I do commentary on other channels is fine, but here it's news, right? At the end of the day, you have to conduct yourself in a professional manner where it is appropriate. Being at the courthouse, you gotta, I mean, there's no choice. There's no choice. So the judge had to give you the code of conduct, the ethics for journalists, and you better read it if you want to stay in that courtroom, because the next time she does something out of line, the judge is probably going to have to say, I've given you the code of conduct and we are not going to have you in the courtroom anymore because your behavior is not up to par. Now, also knowing good and well that the deputies are keeping an eye on her channel, like at the end of the day, this is absolutely unbelievable that they have to take time to do this, or that there are people who feel compelled to actually do this. It's like, as a grown woman standing, like, this woman is into her 50s. To be a grown woman like this and to have like training wheels put on you, this is absolute. Like, I would be so embarrassed and taken aback.
All right, I don't know if y'all have had an opportunity now, we can get back to our issues with, or potential issues with some of the
Girl, she dropped her phone.
exhibits that
Ooh,
may be used
ooh,
during
ooh.
the cross.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
With
right.
the board's
Girl.
permission, may I maintain
Embarrassing.
Because
Okay, let's run that back one more time because it was so much happened in such a little itty bit of time. How long was that? Girl, it was like roughly 5 minutes, and Judge Whitaker very nicely, nice nasty, gave her the business. Look at Miss Hilton looking at us. Hey, Miss Hilton. Hey, girl. Hey, Simone. Hey, boo boo. What's up? Okay. Okay, we gonna get clocked all the way in on the podium. Okay, let's run it like that. Okay.
Will that work or just miss? Okay, come on up.
Look at Weinstein. Weinstein's like, Sylvia, I came to your
All right, so
platform.
I
Look
know
at
that
you being
have been live
admonished.
streaming pretty much this entire trial, and I'm sure probably the pretrial proceedings as well. And it came to both the court's attention and defense counsel's attention recently that you had been on your, what do you call those things that you do? It's not a podcast, or is it? Do you still call it that?
It is a podcast,
Okay.
but it's
A video podcast.
Video
Okay.
podcast.
Anyway, we'll call it a podcast. That you had been, And I know that you say in your letter that you didn't reveal any personal identifying information. And I think that you did not reveal enough to actually identify any of the jurors, but you were referring to where different people sat and their race and gender. And that is personally identifying information. And then you were giving them derogatory names. And you say in the letter that you provided to me this morning that you have always operated with great integrity, that the content you share represents factual reporting, and that you do your reporting with these are all quotes from your letter, the utmost respect and integrity for all involved. Do you believe that any of those three statements that you made to me this morning is actually true about the names you were given those jurors?
I just want to give you the names were movies that I like. And, SpongeBob is my daughter's favorite cartoon.
Do you think that those showed respect and integrity to the jurors?
Well, I didn't think it were bad names at all. Glasses, nose. No, I didn't think it was bad names. I showed you all the names.
The utmost respect and integrity?
I think it's depend on the individual. Well, to me, I felt it was utmost respect.
Well, I do not feel that. That seems like the kind of thing that a kind of mean person does on the playground in grade school.
You think so?
I do. I don't think that shows the least bit of respect or integrity to the jurors or to the court system. So if you are going to, and let me ask you this, you talked in your letter about being media and freedom of the press. Do you consider yourself to be press and media and journalism?
I consider myself being a content creator. I create content for the community and give information. As far as journalism, I didn't go to school. I've taken some classes and things like that. But the information I believe is very vital for the community.
I don't disagree. I mean, this is court. It's one of the most important things we do in our country. But you say my role is to deliver news and information. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, do you, to that extent, consider, and you say you want to represent factual reporting. So you, to that extent, consider yourself to be media, even if it's non-traditional media?
Yeah, I would think I would, because I've taken courses of etiquette and things like that. But as far as, and then the other thing too, with my channel, it's more like some sort of easy going, friendly type of thing where people don't feel like it's just.
I'd love for you to keep it friendly.
Okay,
that would be great.
Okay, and I will never use the names anymore if it offend anybody, because that was never my intention to offend anyone. Okay, I was just using names that movies that I like, Twister, SpongeBob, Ghost, things like that.
I mean, I realize that if you're trying to create content that fills, the entirety of every day, that sometimes you probably have to reach out somewhere to whatever pops in your mind at the time. But I would ask that before you do that, that you actually do keep in mind that this is a court proceeding. Mm-hmm. And I know a whole lot of people seem to be watching this as entertainment, but this is not entertainment for any of the people involved here. This is very serious. And it does a disservice, I think, to everybody. Mm-hmm. When the coverage is flippant in the way that I think that was, okay? Mm-hmm. And I know you've got every right to do that if you want to. I would just prefer that you not.
I won't.
And I'm gonna give you this, it's a code of ethics that the Society of Professional Journalists follows as a guideline. Okay. And I mean, you're not required to abide by it. It's not the law. But it might be helpful for you to take a look at it and just, use it as a guideline.
I definitely will.
Okay, so if you can do that for me and try to be respectful and treat this with integrity, then you may come back in and continue to live stream.
Definitely.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Anna.
Hand this up to you.
Okay.
All right, I don't know if y'all have had an opportunity now, we can get back to our issues with, or potential issues with some of the
Girl, she done dropped her
exhibits that may be
phone.
used during the cross.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, Sylvia, girl, I would not be smiling. I would be, me personally, because I've always taken my jobs very seriously. If I had been admonished by my boss like that, where it was looking like I was getting ready to get a PIP or a if I was getting ready to get my box to pack up my shit and go, girl, I would be in the, first of all, I would be like praising hallelujah because I didn't line anything up yet. And or I would be in the bathroom stall, the far stall, crying because I had just been admonished. Okay. Girl, not a pip. She got the equivalent of a independent, I don't really have a job, but this is my job. I used to make coins, but YouTube took my monetization. But if I were monetized and I were making coins, she got the equivalent of a performance improvement plan, which was when the judge saw fit to hand her a code of ethics for the job that the judge doesn't even do. The judge, girl, she's a whole volunteer. She's a court watcher. You know how like there's retirees that have nothing better to do and they just go to court or they sign up, and not in a bad way, but retirees who are living life and doing what they want to do, which is they like to go watch court proceedings. They like to register people to vote. They work at the polls, right? Gossip, rumor, and innuendo. In New Jersey, there's a lot of that. There are a lot of very active seniors who enjoy going and being of service to the community, right? Sylvia is giving like if you're not making any money doing this, girl, we're not even going to get all the way into that, but the admonishment, the rebuke from the judge, and the informal pip of it all by handing you the National Society of Journalists or whatever that was, code of ethics. And what etiquette classes she's taken, sis, I don't know what etiquette classes, what Miss Boo Boo's etiquette school, I have no idea. But at the end of the day, ma'am needs a free ticket to Toastmasters. She needs some communications courses. She needs to learn how to articulate herself. The fact that you are in court every day, you are dealing with highly educated people in a very complex process, and you are unable to answer very simple questions that the judge is taking 5 minutes of her very expensive time with $1 million attorneys in this room. Like, you've got a lot going on in this room. And how embarrassing were her answers? Are you media? Well, I've taken etiquette courses. What in the etiquette course has to do with the fact that if you've taken etiquette courses and you are demure and you are keeping it cute and you are a lady, what of that includes calling people nose and what was it? I mean, if I call someone hips, it's because that's what I wanted to do. Is that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. Right? It's not nice. Admit it. It's not nice. The fact that you have no awareness in calling somebody nose and calling somebody whatever you were calling them, there is no movie called Nose. You're lying. I wish the judge would have said to her, what movie is called Nose? Can you tell me, direct me to Netflix where I can find Nose movie? That was a lie. That's my daughter's favorite cartoon. Twister, Ghost, White Lady, giving out everybody's demographic and information. She was over there on the lead attorney talking for like 20 minutes, giving out everybody's information, telling where people sit, how you can see people, what they do, what are their attributes, how are they behaving during court, who's falling asleep. Twister doesn't take notes. Twister fell asleep. She's not engaged. Are you trying to actively create a mistrial? Like, ma'am, you're way too embedded in these cases. They've got you all documented in Ernest RICO case. You're providing RICO interference. How about that? Is that a new charge? Shall we get Fonnie? Everybody can get it. T. Willis on the line. Is there anything called RICO interference? You over there messing with Nesto's RICO. You over here messing with Jeffrey's RICO. You are family friend to the star of the RICO trial. Meanwhile, you're running to church with the star prosecution witness. Can you make it make sense? Then you're over here being disrespectful to the jury that's supposed to be anonymous. There's a reason why there is privacy glass up. There's privacy glass for you to not see them because they want to be anonymous. That's the reason. But you're sitting here identifying people. There's, 6 men, 4 black, 2 white, I think 5 female, no, 6 female. Is it 6 females? 5 black, 1 white lady who's in her 60s. I mean, I listened to the lead attorney yesterday for 20 minutes and I that's off the top of my head what I remember. 6 men. It's like 50-50, all black. I think 3 people, let's say if it's 12, 3 people are white, 9 people are black, 6 are men, 6 are females. There's 1 white female, and they're all of a particular age. They vary in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going based off recall. I took no notes. I was in the middle of cooking, and that's information that she rattled off on the lead attorney. Do you imagine what she did in a member chat?
The court's permission.
Girl, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, the fact that she literally, in my opinion, was admonished. That was an admonishment, and that was definitely a rebuke. And she should be, I guess I'm assuming she's on notice. Fuck around and find out. That was on some fuck around and find out, right? Next is going to be, I'm sorry, you can't, because I don't think Judge Whitaker is going to give her another opportunity for a talk, because this lady is 50 plus years old and grown. Okay. Next time, it's going to be you walking into the court and they are going to not let you in. That's it. Because it's not a job. It's a privilege to sit in that courtroom. And it's furthermore a privilege. I guess it's a public access thing as far as being a citizen, but you don't even live in Fulton County. You live in Clayton County. So really, a seat in that courtroom should go to a Fulton County resident before it goes to her. That's number 1. Number 2, the fact that you've been given a privilege to be able to earn a coin off of streaming this, and then you have the nerve to be disrespectful. The fact someone comes in and wants to talk about the judge, that's one thing. The fact that you've been given a seat and a privilege to live stream from the court and be able to monetize and earn a coin off of it, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay? All right. That's that on that. Sylvia, girl, I'm going to be real honest. I'm not surprised this happened. I'm very much not surprised. It was not a if, it was a when. And I'm going to go on a limb and say when it happens again, because this won't be the last time. This lady is very obtuse and lacks awareness. And the fact that the judge had to take it back to the schoolyard to admonish her behavior, and she still really, I apologize if anybody was offended. She didn't even soak it. Like, if someone called you bird brain and they say, but that's a movie that I like, and when I saw you, that's the first thing I thought of was bird brain or bird, you're going to probably sit there and wonder why, right? Well, maybe somebody, I forgot who the glasses, nose, whose glasses? You got the biggest damn glasses. You got damn windshields on your face. Okay. If somebody said, oh, in the press corps, over in the media area, there's someone called Snowcap, there's someone called Pencil Top, and there's someone called Windshield. Who do you think you're going to be? Who you think you are? And then you figure out maybe I'm Snowcap or maybe I'm Windshield. I don't know because I have big glasses and I got white hair. Which one could you might make somebody feel bad? See, I can do this. I'm at home. I'm not in the Judge Whitaker doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. And if somebody's watching over here, it's okay. They don't know me. They don't know me and never will. I will never walk up into that courtroom. If I ever make it to Fulton County, I might poke my head in and be like, oh my God, look at everybody. But no, probably not. Because I respect the process, right? And it's also good to be a fly on the wall. It's good to not try to be everywhere, right? It's just giving, ma'am, don't you have some stories to break? You don't have no stories to break. There's no other tea going on. All the tea of Atlanta. There's no other tea to go cover of Atlanta proper. Okay. All right. You guys want to call in. So let's stop it right there. I'm going to get my energy up. And because I do want to do a Jennifer and CG convo. I know Simone broke a lot of tea earlier. I know there's so much coming out. Mims, I think, is probably in the middle of doing his. I'll tell you guys this, which I don't think Simone had seen it because I think it was just filed today or last night and she could have been traveling. There was a motion to suppress, and the motion to suppress, I read through it. The motion to suppress, basically, Simone, I'm pull you up in just a second, V. There was a motion to suppress that was filed regarding the packet. She submitted basically like a packet of a legal letter along with 10 FBI investigation complaint forms. Okay. And it's all on the docket. You can read it. And so that was submitted. And then his lawyer filed a response to it, which was a motion to suppress. And basically, he was asking the judge to not consider those letters that were added to the docket and those FBI complaint forms and to basically focus on the task. He didn't say focus on the task at hand, but he asked her not to consider that evidence because he had not yet been charged. And the things that he was pending have now been taken care of. And et cetera, et cetera. I'll read it to you guys when we go live. If you guys want me to go into that. And then I spent some time pulling his child support information and things like that. So anyway, Eleanor, hey boo.
Well, hello, friend Fran. How are you?
Hi, Vivi. What's going on?
Wow. Look, I'm just out here trying to enjoy my week off. Just
is that what you're doing? I was wondering why you were so outside. You were giving outside. You were giving I'm outside. I was like, okay, sis, where are you?
I know I am outside. I was outside in Chicago and I'm about to go back inside later today. Okay.
Chicago is beautiful. It was giving New York. Not to say that New York is the only beautiful city with water and everything, but when I saw you on the cruise, like on the ship or whatever, the party boat, it was giving New York City, type thing. So I thought you were in New York or something. Chicago looks lovely.
Oh, I love Chicago. Chicago is probably my favorite city in the United States. Okay. It really is. I love Chicago. But look, I can't fully enjoy it without trying to peek in and see what's going on. There's so much going on. I know. And I've been getting messages from subscribers.
You should be going live from the streets of Chicago right now. I mean, why not?
Well, I was going to, but you were live and I was, peeking in to catch this hearing. And I was like, let me just hit her link and say what I want to say.
Please do. Feel free.
Girl, first of all, Sylvia knows. I have a problem with the fact that whenever something goes wrong for her, that she likes to blame everyone but herself.
Mm.
Okay? She doesn't take any accountability. Nobody made her call these jurors names. No one made her hang out with Woody and go to church with him. No one made her go become a prayer partner with Ernie and then take that footage and put it on her channel. No one told her to do any of these things, but she claims that it's the haters that got her to this place. It was her. She did this herself. And until she learns that her behavior has consequences, she's going to continue to do it again. But I can't stand the thought that she is always blaming other people and claiming that anybody, especially any of the bloggers I know, would be hating on her for any reason whatsoever. I don't
Okay.
understand.
No, I agree with you 100%. Absolutely. And nobody hating on her.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I think part of her lack of awareness and inability to be accountable
Yeah.
comes from her lack of critical thinking
Mm-hmm.
and it's I mean critical, like she when the judge said to her, did you wrote me this letter, like unsolicited, you wrote a letter and you said that you've always done this and this. Do you think that this actually, and when she sliced it apart like that,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
would think that an adult
Mm-hmm.
would say, you know what, I apologize. Like me personally, if I had been like, some of the stuff I do on this internet is obviously a little tongue in cheek, a little immature sometimes.
Obviously,
I
me
would
too.
have to say, like, the judge says it like that. You have to take and say, and yes, judge, you're absolutely right. That was absolutely out of line. I
Absolutely.
apologize to all that I offended, not if I offended, all that I offended by my words. I apologize. Like, that's an adult. That's some grown woman shit, right?
Yeah. 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 And I
She
see people.
doesn't process.
Well, here's the thing. People in the chat, and people have said this forever, that she's slow. She ain't that slow. She's manipulative. She knows exactly what she's saying. She knows exactly that what she was doing was negative, and she intended it to be negative. Okay, you don't call someone SpongeBob as a compliment. You don't call someone nose as a compliment. So she is identifying them, she is insulting them, and she calls herself media. I've heard her do it. We've all heard her do it. I've heard her call herself a journalist, but then she steps in the courtroom. Oh, I'm a content creator. Okay.
Well,
Well,
that
even
comes
still, there
from
should be some level of integrity in creating content, especially when it comes to this type of content.
I hear you and I agree with you 100%. I think that comes from a little bit of the identity crisis of where the rubber meets the road. You can
Yep.
talk your shit from home in the computer,
Yep.
but when you have to step out in the world and you feel less than, and
Mhm.
that you're not measuring up to the credential or to the responsibility, it's easy to recoil and say, I I'm a content creator. That's the safe
Mhm.
place, because
Mhm.
to say you're a journalist means that you have to meet a particular standard, at
Absolutely.
least of decorum, of
Mhm.
professionalism, of truth telling, and things of that nature. If you want to have it both, it's like being married and being married just on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you married or are you not? Are you media or are you not? You
Mhm.
can be non-traditional media. You can have a good time with whatever you do,
Mhm.
but you also have to be able to stand to account to say, I was wrong. I
Yeah.
said something wrong.
Yep.
I did something wrong. Or you know what? Maybe now thinking about it, I shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. Yep. So
I,
I
I
hope I hope that she adjusts herself, but she's still gonna come back and be the victim. I can see it. She's gonna come right on
Oh,
back
the judge
here.
has it out for her. The
Oh yeah,
deputies are watching her,
yeah,
type thing.
yeah,
Mocha, I see you backstage. Give me 2 more minutes.
yeah.
Critical thinking. I think that she really needs to get it. You look, I'm not giving out any recommendations. She lacks critical thinking, and that's probably what is hurting her ability to be accountable and her self-awareness. Amongst other things. So people were mentioning other things, which I find all to be true. Were you shocked by this occurrence?
No, no. I felt like it was inevitable, and I'm still
Right.
looking at Ernie's Rico, and the fact that her name was documented. And even though we don't really know why it was documented in the way it was, I'm curious to see how that pans out, and if she's not going to be dealt with pertaining to her involvement with him, and yet still trying to. I'm sure she's going to try to get a Rule 22 for the trial. I don't know if what she has extends all the way through whatever he's got going on, but
Yeah, I mean the case,
yeah.
when it's filed to the case, it's there. So she already
Okay.
has one. Let me say this. So regarding the video they selected, why that video, I don't know. But this is what I took from it, because a lot of what they said, a lot of what was said in that transcript on the motion really didn't strike any chords with me, other than the fact that Will Wooten illustrated that he said some derogatory things, or things that were contrary to the state, and they have a right to rebut, right? What I took from that, though, in the whole things that they transcribed, was the fact that he said he was one person at one time and he's a different person now. Also, the person he was, he wouldn't have been talking, he wouldn't have been on TV, he wouldn't have been on social media, but you are now, right? You wouldn't have been, but you are now. And I think that last little blurb in that document really sums up the fact, sir, you opted in. And you
Yep.
opted into a known blogger who
Yep.
has a channel,
Yep.
and you sit for meeting after meeting with this blogger, and on global tell lines that that she goes to retrieve and post. And you have the nerve to be asking us for a gag order.
Yep.
You're sitting with a known media person on a regular basis and have done maybe 8 to 10 meetings with this person.
And
Why
called
do you
in
want to,
and has called
and
on the
has called
phone.
in? So, like I said last night, I blame Sonia, because Sonia fixed him up with her and thought it would be a good idea. And he showed up every single time. And every single time she went, she got her disc and she posted it to her channel to earn coin. Meanwhile, you and your boo thing, your bold side piece, are talking ad nauseum about suing people for telling the truth, and also trying to get gag orders. You can't have it both ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me say this one last thing, and before I get off too. I think it's interesting. What you said earlier is absolutely correct with Sylvia, in that courtroom where she was just, when the judge is asking her questions and she's over talking and saying way too much. And the mere fact that she thought telling the judge that she has taken ethics classes,
She said
yet she has
etiquette.
behaved
Etiquette.
the way in which she has, is just ridiculous and
It
stupid.
it wasn't even ethics. It was etiquette.
Right. Ethics, etiquette, all of the above. A mess.
Well, she didn't even have anything to relate. This lady is supposed to have an MBA. I don't know. I don't know what her credentials are and don't care. But there's a certain there sometimes you got to read the room, and not to say that you have to fake it to make it, but this lady is not. She's in an environment of people that clearly she is not head and shoulders in terms of education and ability. And she didn't even understand this is not a game. The fact that the judge had to remind you that this is very serious and this might be entertainment for some. Where do we hear that all the time on YouTube, right? This might be entertainment for you, but this is my real life, right?
Yep,
You
absolutely.
got to keep it cute. You are actually, if I were like, if some of the subject matter, yes, if you're in their company, like you're not going to pop your shit in people's company. I think that just goes without saying. The fact that she pops her shit every night and comes into the courtroom, that's very bold of her. And she's completely unaware and oblivious to the fact that you really could be insulting people. And she took no
She's not
ownership of that.
oblivious. She's not oblivious. She knows it was an insult. She's just lying. She
No,
knows.
yeah, I mean, I do think she was lying, but let's just say she really believes that those are movies that she likes, which I'm just like, girl, you got to be kidding me. You sound dumber than the answer.
Right. Right.
I'm giving her some credit that she is that dim. And if you really are that dim, you might need to clock out, sis, because you don't need to be in that environment because it was a very bad look and it was kind of like cringe.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna get down. I just want to say hi, Bougie
All
Gang.
right.
And let's
you
be
enjoy
clear.
your trip. Enjoy your vacation. You deserve it. Have a good time.
No, I'm coming home tonight. I'll be home late tonight. So I've been here a week. I've been here since Sunday.
Okay.
So
I'm glad you had a good time.
I did. And I want y'all to know I miss y'all, Bougie Gang, because I'm Bougie Gang too, damn it. Okay.
Period. Okay. Okay.
On period. All right.
Okay.
So anyway, I love y'all
And
today.
and the V stylers are here too.
Yes.
V styler, yeah, because I'm a V styler girl.
We are all one and the same. We are
we are supporting across the board.
That's right.
Yes,
Vibers,
vibers, all everything.
everything.
Okay. Intellects, period.
Intellect.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
I love y'all to pieces. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Be safe.
Sure.
Okay. Get home safely. Okay.
Thank
Take care,
you.
hon.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Ooh. Hey, sis.
Good afternoon, Francoise.
Mushagal, sis. Wait, can I answer your question before you talk? Hold on one second.
That's what I was going to
You
ask.
said
I thought you missed it.
Judge clearly has not read the Stacey Mason letter. Okay, so I haven't looked today to see if it was uploaded yet. I don't think she's seen it yet, if it even was sent to her, but I'm just going to say I don't believe she's seen it yet.
I don't know either. I'm ready to piggyback Stacey. I need to know how to reach Judge Whitaker because I need her to really know what this woman is made of.
You know how to use Google. Come on now. Don't you you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, these crazy people, but you know how to do a search now. Come on now.
I'm definitely going to because
if Stacey Mason found her, you can.
I think that she is going to be a result of a mistrial. I think once the jurors realize that she still has her Rule 22, they're going to be somewhat offended that they weren't protected by the judge. You know what I mean? Because everything she said was derogatory. She was not naming off movies.
Nose. She called somebody nose and glasses.
We can call her Quasimodo, cradle cap. We're not saying those things as terms of endearment. We're really not. And I feel like she walked into that courthouse today whining like a little child. Judge already let her know this is not a friggin' sandbox. This is a court of law. And here you are acting elementary, calling people names. And I really want her out of there because there, like we said, somebody deserves justice. Somebody's family deserves justice. Somebody lost their life. There's a reason why this trial is going on. And for her to make this turn into her own little circus is just ridiculous. And another thing is, like, I want to know how Mr. Williams feels. Jeffrey's daddy that purchased her the equipment to vlog his son's trial. And then she turns around and goes and breaks bread with the uncooperative
Okay,
witness.
yeah, I mean, I was very kind of confused. I had to kind of I was like, wait a second. Like that hit me one day. And I was thinking to myself, but that's what she does. She plays both sides everywhere. She is very much a politician. She plays both sides. Not every politician, so don't get me wrong, but she shakes hands and kisses babies, right? She's out here trying to befriend anyone, and as the need arises, that's who she is in relationship with.
Yeah.
So she dealt with Woody. I don't know what she was doing with Woody. I don't know. And one thing I thought of last night too, and I didn't get to say it, but you guys hit me up too when she was doing the R. Kelly thing. Didn't she go undercover? So she called it, and had some dealings with his brother or somebody to try to get them to tell a story that could potentially exonerate R. Kelly.
Yep.
And like, what are you doing with Woody? And you're supposed to be a friend to the Williams family. Like, it
Right.
was weird. It's weird. So I totally like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just watching, and she can say people are hating all she wants. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's true. Nobody cares. Anybody grown could care less what people have to say.
Right.
She shouldn't care what is being said about her, and I certainly don't care what's being said about me. It doesn't bother me at all.
And you know what? Like I said the other day, Karma is no ways tired. Karma is going to spin the block on her in her own legal proceedings for this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
She is going to reap what she sows in her own proceedings. It's going to turn around on her. And I mean, Judge Whitaker was handling her just like a mom scolding a child. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That got in trouble
Yeah.
at school, or like us in the HR sense. She got her PIP today, and I
Yes.
believe that the PIP, once the judge does read the letter or get a hold of the letter, she is going to come back and be like, yo, well, we had this conversation about your behavior, but now this has come to light, and I've done some research, and I know where you stand when you come in here and represent or whatever, represent the media and come in here and vlog. You're really on the side of the defendant. You make a mockery of the justice system. You talk shit about everybody, on the prosecution side. And I just believe that everything is going to spin the block on her, and she should be gone. I mean, she should be gone from this. I can't wait to see what Dennis says about this, because I know he is mad. He's fuming. The smoke is coming out of his ears right
Yeah,
now.
it's not, I don't take it personally because I don't feel like any one person's bad behavior is reflective upon me, even though, yes, we do have responsibilities out here in particular professions to uphold ourselves, to not bring any negative light. But at the end of the day, she's out here on her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, do you know what I mean? You just got admonished. You just got basically your journalism do's and don'ts. And I suggest you read it,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's all. Like, she's out of her league at this moment. The audience she had with the judge, she was not even able to have a coherent conversation. It was giving prosecution witness, because we've seen the prosecution witnesses, and Miss Love is over there repeating questions 5 and 6 times. And that's basically what Judge Whitaker had to do. Like, it was giving, seriously.
Like,
I think she probably almost felt sorry for her.
She did. And when she asked her, do you consider yourself to be media? Sylvia could not answer that question, yes, because then she would have been like, where's your media credentials? She couldn't.
Well, you don't
couldn't own that.
necessarily have to have a credential. I mean, you can, if you were like that, maybe that's your ID from CNN, or if you belong to a professional organization, of which I don't think that she does. I don't, but you don't need to have that. You're not required to have that, but she should be able to say, yes, I'm independent media. Like,
And
it's okay.
she should abide by the ethical code of media. and how they behave in court settings. And oh girl, ugh.
I think it lends to the imposter syndrome. I think it lends to today you had to step up as a journalist, and today is the day that you confirmed that you are not. You are a content creator on YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. But journalism is not what you do. You're here for the play and the pay. And what you need to understand is if you do it again, what could happen to her is if she does it again, she could send her down to the jail. She could say you're in contempt of court.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it could not go well for her. I mean, it's not just as easy 1, 2, 3, but if they do feel like she is interfering with the trial and she has done something severely wrong, she could definitely have a different type of admonishment. And it could be exiting the court and not coming back and stripped of your stripped of your privilege. And or it could be you're going to go to jail for 3 days. You're going to go to jail for 5 days. Like you could go to jail for overnight. It could be anything, right? Aaliyah TV, I'm going to let you up in just a second. It could be anything. So yeah, I think it lends to her imposter syndrome. I think that she got called up to be a journalist today and talk to the judge, and she she failed.
Oh my goodness, 504. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm home right
What
now
happened?
on bereavement myself.
Oh no.
My nephew was killed in a motorcycle accident on Monday.
Oh my God.
So it is the season. I'm so sorry for your loss. 504. Like I'm in my bed right now. Had a sleepless night. I just found out yesterday while I was
I'm
at
sorry.
work. And when I tell you I screamed, and people had to come and grab me. They're like, "Oh my goodness, Marie, what's wrong?" And I was shaking. I'm like, my nephew. I was like, my nephew passed away. I'm like, freaking girl. I don't even know how to feel right now because I feel like, nephews are like second sons. Definitely, it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow.
I'm sorry.
He was young, so it's a hard pill to swallow. And not to mention, these are all on my son's side of the family. And the grandmother died in a motorcycle accident. His uncle died in a motorcycle accident. His second cousin, and now his first cousin. And I'm just like, I want the rest of the family to just park the bikes because his dad's a rider. His aunt's a rider. But I just want everybody to park the bikes because they've lost 4 family members to motorcycle accidents. And yeah, so
I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah, 504.
Sorry to hear that.
My condolences to your mom. Cancer sucks. Fuck cancer. And I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm starting to cry, so let Aaliyah TV up, okay?
We love you, sis. Okay, just relax. Okay. All right, sending out condolences to 504 and Mocha's families. We're so sorry to hear about that bad news. And sending love. Aaliyah.
Hey, Frank. Can you hear
Hi,
me okay?
thank you for holding. I appreciate that, sis. Happy Friday. Okay? I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to let you have the floor because Portia is trying to talk over you.
What, you can hear me? Okay, I think
I can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
great. Okay. Yes. Condolences to 504 and Mocha Wine. Yeah, it's I know this is a difficult time, but thanks for sharing with us because you guys are a part of the family. I just wanted to comment on Bible Lady. I could not believe this happened today. It just seems so wild. And I felt like the judge really gagged her when she was like, "Do you feel like, these things match what you told me?" I just couldn't believe it. It was so unbelievable. And also, I didn't like the fact that Sylvia repeated the names because the judge didn't bring it up, and it was almost like she kind of wanted a moment. She felt like, well, let me say what the names were because they really weren't that bad. And I don't appreciate that. Like that really pissed me off. Like, why repeat it? Yeah, you said some names. If the judge didn't mention it, like, why mention it? So I felt like she wanted to have her moment on the record. And Honestly, I'm surprised she didn't get her Rule 22 taken away, but I guess this is good for like a probationary period, just, just to give her a chance. But when she said she was a content creator, I literally screamed. But yeah,
Girl.
I felt like I felt like the
She got
setting
her pip.
wasn't where you say that. But yeah, that's all I
She got
had.
her pip basically. That was her performance improvement plan. Next one is out the door. I don't think she gets any more chances. Next one is it's a either way. The next one is a revoke, but it could be a revoke and like I don't know, maybe overnight in Rice Street. Maybe we're gonna give you 24 hours. If she actually interferes with the trial. If something she does interferes with the trial after they've talked to her already, it could just be your punishment is going to be to understand what these guys go home to every day and that you've taken away from that. Okay. But I don't know. I think, yeah, I wish Judge Whitaker would have given her a little bit more, a little more, but it was okay. I'm not mad. That's her problem. I think the thing is, Aaliyah, is that she's not even monetized. So it's like, not to say it's all about money, but when you're doing this full time and you get stripped of your monetization, that's a problem. Because this lady's
Yeah.
not independently wealthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking too, why she wants the attention, so she can try to generate some sort of income around her name. So it's all very sad, the lengths people go for attention on on the internet. But I'm gonna drop down, Fran. Thank you so much.
Do look, I don't want to pick it apart too much because I'm sure I've already done it. At the end of the day, it's obvious Sylvia is a little bit out of her league. And I'm not saying as far as it pertains to YouTube, but being in that courtroom with highly educated people, she was unable to answer very easy questions about herself and how she makes money and her presence in the courtroom. She was unable to put together a cohesive sentence revolving around what you actually even do. Tell me, like, she didn't say tell me about your channel, but she introduced my channel's just supposed to be friendly and this. Look, I'm not giving the elevator speech because I know I can come up with something very quickly, but at the end of the day, this lady has difficulty articulating herself. And I don't know if it was because she was nervous or what, but it was not a good look for a podcaster, content creator, YouTuber. It was a fail. As far as her keeping her Rule 22, I think Judge Whitaker probably felt sorry for her. Judge Whitaker is a white woman who is presiding over a very diverse situation. There are mostly African Americans present in the courtroom. And this is maybe the one Black woman who is sitting in the media seats. And Judge Whitaker, I'm going to go there. The white woman probably doesn't want to be the one to take the one Black woman out. If it is just one Black woman, there could be 10. I don't know. But I don't think she wanted to have that. She wanted to give her every opportunity. And I think the judge also probably felt sorry for her. Let's be real. She probably, Sylvia gives feel sorry for me energy. And Judge Whitaker sitting there as the judge probably felt sorry for her. And instead of walking up to the podium like someone who knows what they're doing and has confidence within themselves and the job that they're doing, she came up there with no accountability, was unable to even be retrospective from a standpoint of humility that I apologize for what I said. It was on some, I apologize if I insulted anyone. Well, maybe we didn't even give you the chance to insult anyone. It's unprofessional, sis. It's unprofessional. Just like the judge a few months ago, I think, who was caught texting during a murder trial, they fired him, right? Didn't he get taken off the bench? Like, it was unprofessional. You're a reporter. You're not supposed to be sitting and making funny names for the jurors. And if you do, it should be as private can be, because it questions your integrity and professionalism. And that's what happened today. You look and you were unprofessional and unprepared. And in this very serious case, this very high profile case, I'm going to just say it. She's out of her league. She might be very comfortable with the families and all of that stuff. Be a victim's advocate. Go find a job at social services. You've got your MBA. As far as being able to stand and address a judge, she couldn't even, she crumbled. Anyway, interesting. And I don't know. To me, if I were her, I would keep it cute and shut. I would, but you know what I mean? Anything else I say is too much. I don't want to say anything else because I'm not giving out free consultations and advice on how people should handle their channels. No. Yes. Keep our good sisses, Mocha and 504 in your heart, as their families are going through some loss. They're going through loss of family members, and send them some love and some well wishes and condolences, if you would. They've experienced some loss in their families, and I'm so sorry to hear that. Commercials every second. Girl, YouTube knows we're talking on that YSL, and they sell a lot of advertising. Let me tell you something. Law and Crime. You know how many people are watching Law and Crime right now? Look at this. 30,976. Okay. Yeah, they're running commercials every second. Yes. Even though we're not on some YSL, we're in the building with this picture. And girl, YouTube, Google is selling that advertising. Yeah, premium is no commercials. If you are a super stickerer, whoever said that, if you are someone who likes to send out super stickers and supports channels, giving directly, you know, premium customers, there is a premium pool, and we still do get premium dollars. There's like a shared pool, and you get no commercials. And I think I'm not sure how much it costs. I think I pay $10. I think I pay $9.99, but I was grandfathered in. You're still supporting the channel, you're still watching the content, and guess what? You don't get commercials. Okay. I highly recommend premium. I have not seen, like, that's why when I'm streaming with you guys don't see, like, I don't have commercials in my, commercials when I'm broadcasting something from someone else's channel. You don't see commercials because I've got premium. Anyway, let's see. It's definitely worth it. If you super chat or cash app one or two people a month, that pays for your premium. I'm not saying don't do that. So, because I don't want anyone coming and saying, you told people not to, I don't mean it like that, but it also still benefits the channel. Premium is a gift to you. It's a gift to you. It makes you, if you love YouTube, look at me doing a YouTube commercial right now. If you love YouTube, premium is a gift to you, because once you go premium, baby, you won't go back. You just won't. It's a whole different experience. So that's it. That's my speech. Okay. Guys, let me go ahead and go because I got to go pick Boo Boo up in a little while. Alan Speed, thank you for always supporting. Thank you, Bougie Gang, for always supporting, period. Sending prayers and comfort for our good sisses. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that, Shelly. I appreciate that. Bessie, how are you, babe? You will always be the queen of bougie news and the goat of receipts. Thank you. You will never be seen in foolish. I would not. I would never. I would never. I would never. I like to stay in the cut. If that now I'm telling my age, but I like to stay in the cut. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like I'm with foolishness and all of the things, but I like to keep it cute. I don't and being not just because my parents were Haitian, but West Indian parents, girl, it's like your typical it's on some next level. My parents did punishment so harsh. Once you get punished, you don't want to be punished again. You do something to embarrass anybody in this household, much less come back to your parents, girl, it's life. And it's remember when you so I'm still suffering on top of the fact I was raised Catholic. It's girl, I stay in the cut. Okay. Mocha, we addressed your question. Insightful, articulate content conversation. Let me tell you, I actually enjoyed this little cycle of what happened because I think it was some good conversations revolving around it. I mean, the fact that it was Sylvia, she did it to herself. Hey, Bougie Gang, I've been out the loop, but wow, she is at it again. Yes, yes, and yes. Um, the Stacey Mason letter, we'll keep our eyes out on that. I know Miss Thrice Degreed isn't acting like she didn't know better. Yes. She was trying to get slow privilege. She was trying to get slow privilege. I think she presented herself slow so the judge would feel sorry for her. I really do. Because she couldn't even formulate a sentence on her channel because it's girl, let me stop. Okay. Thank you, Unique Girl. I appreciate that. Thank you, Vicky. I knew her argument would be a shit show. Girl, you've been bringing that tea and dropping those bombs in the YouTube streets, and I appreciate all of your hard work. You're the reigning queen. Oh, thank you, Boss Lady 75. Thank you. Thank you, Boss Lady. I appreciate that. Keonce. Thank you, sis. I know you probably renewed because I know you've been a member. Thank you, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, look into premium. Everyone doesn't love it. I don't know why. I think once you get it, you love it. But it's one of those like, am I still going to be able to support my creators? Absolutely. I mean, it's however much it costs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can tell you premium dollars add up. I can't give you a number right now, but premium adds up. It really does. Like I know I have premium watchers because I get a nice coin from premium and it's not just like $25. Like it adds up. It adds up. So premium it's so it still comes through and all of the things. So I mean I'm definitely for you guys having a great experience, but yeah, understand Google is going to get their coins on a Friday during the trial where 31,000 people are live streaming watching, and that's just on one channel because they're coming through on other channels. Like they're watching on Atlanta News First, they're watching on Court TV. They are watching, and I'm sure the average watcher is watching for hours. So yeah, when you're talking, so yeah, enough on that. Anyway, guys, give me some time. I'm gonna go get myself together, try and take the next 30 minutes to get myself freshened up. Go pick up my daughter, and then I'm gonna come back and we can talk some Gen and CG. I'm gonna check my email and see if they sent me the updated booking photo. Let me see if they sent it. Ooh, hold on. DeKalb, what time is it? Okay, no. I'm gonna check my request. I put in a FOIA request for his new booking photo, from his probation revocation situation, and I don't think I've gotten it yet. So I might be going back over to Love Lies and Lace Fronts because it looks like Camino Financial posted some sort of affidavit regarding their lawsuit against a certain YouTuber who is into them for almost $40,000 loan default. It's the Fulton County shenanigans for me. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys out here. There's so much going on. All right, guys. I will see you in a little bit later. Okay. Did I hit everybody? Anyone send anything new? Let me see. Okay. Thank you for keeping us in the know. YouTube should give you an extra check. Girl, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? I love you guys. I do. I'll see you guys a little bit later.
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side.
Y'all, I hit that by mistake. You know what? And I also forgot there's a Nesto call. There was a call with Sonia and Nesto. We've been so busy. I missed it. Okay. We got a lot to do. Let me go run, take a shower because I got to. Let me go get myself together. Go pick up my daughter, cute, because I don't want her to see me like this 2 days in a row. Because, girl, sis is serving up. I work at home on the internet and I didn't turn my camera on. Let me get myself together because yesterday I showed up scary in the mom line and it was not cute. So let me go show up cute and demure and all of the things and very Virgo and representing because I would not want any of you to see me like this right now. So sis gotta go. Okay. But I will be back. I promise.